Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the Euler path and Euler circuits and Hamiltonian path and Hamiltonian circuits. And what is the main difference or what is the big difference between these two paths and the circuits? Okay. Now in this lecture, we are discussing about the problem. That problem is called as a shortest path problem, and we have to solve this problem. Next, what is meant by the shortest path problem? Just take a brief introduction about that first. Graphs that have a number assigned to the each edge are called as a weighted graphs. As you have already know about this, that means edges are assigned some numbers or some weights, then that graph is called as a weighted graph. So these weighted graphs are used to solve the many number of the problems. Means many problems can be solved using the graphs with the weights assigned to their edges. So problems involving the distances can be solved by assigning the distances between the cities to the edges. So see here, weighted graphs means weight here corresponds to the distances between the cities. Understood? Same weighted graph, but here in this weighted graph, weights is assigned means weight is nothing but the distances which are assigned to the edges means what? Road between the two cities. Okay, so this vector graph are used to solve such problems. So what is the shortest path problem? In graph theory, the shortest path problem is the problem of finding a path between the two vertices or two nodes in a graph such that the sum of the widths of its constituent edges is minimized. Okay, so in other words, we can say that the shortest path problem is about finding a path between the vertices in a graph such that the total sum of the widths of the edges is minimum. And here there are several different algorithms that find a shortest path between the two vertices in a weighted graph. Okay, so there are many algorithms are there, but the Dijkstra algorithm is particularly used here to find out the shortest path problem, and this algorithm is discovered by the Dutch mathematician named as Dijkstra when in 1965. That's why by its name Dijkstra, that algorithm is called as a Dijkstra algorithm. Understood? Because that algorithm is discovered by that Dijkstra, that's why the algorithm is called as a Dijkstra. Now this algorithm can be used to find out the shortest path between the two cities. Now let's see here one example. Now what is the length of a shortest path between A and Z in the weighted graph as shown in the figure 1. So see here, this is our weighted graph. See here, how many vertices are there? A, B, C, D, E and Z. These are the vertices, there are the edges, and this is the weighted graph because every edge is assigned a weight. Some weight are assigned to each and every edge. Okay, so what is the problem? We have to find out a shortest path between A and Z in the weighted graph. See here, from A to Z we have to find out a shortest path. This problem can be solved by finding the length of a shortest path from A to successive vertices until what? Until Z is reached. Then the only paths starting at A that contain the no vertex other than A until the terminal vertex is reached. What are those? Are A, B and A, D. Understood? The only paths starting at A that contain no vertex other than A. See here, that no vertex other than A, which are those adjacent vertices B and D, means A to B and A to D. Then because the lengths of A, B and AD are 4 and 2 respectively. See here, A, B 4 and AD 2 respectively, it follows that D is the closest vertex to A. Obviously, from A to B 4 and A to D 2. And what is the shortest or what is the minimum distance between these two? 2. Then that's why D is the closest vertex to A. See here, D is the closest vertex to A. Now let's see. Now the next closest vertex can find by looking at all the paths that go through only A and D. First, we know that A is the source vertex, okay, and D we found that D by how by finding out the A B adjacent edges. A B and D are the adjacent edges adjacent vertices to A. That's why we saw that the AB distance is 4 and AD distance is 2. So what is the shortest? So 2. That's why we found that D is the closest vertex to the A. Now we have to find out all the parts that go through only A and D until the terminal vertex is reached. Then the shortest such path to B is still AB with length 4. See here, AB 4. Okay. Then with the length, and the shortest such path to E is ADE with length 5. See here, ADE length 5 means AD2 and DE3 means 3 plus 2 5. Understood? Then consequently the next closest vertex to A is B. Obviously, first don't confuse here. First we have found out that the AB4 and AD2. That's why which is the minimum? 2 is minimum. So we select the D vertex. Then here we find out the AB4 and ADE5, which is the minimum? 4 is minimum. Obviously we found that the AB is the next closest vertex to A. Okay, so we found that, or we select that D and B. B and D, we found that. Then the third closest vertex to A can find by looking at only paths that go through only A, D and B until the terminal vertex is reached. So there is a path of length 7 to C, namely ABC. See here, ABC. See here, A to B 4 and B to C 3. So 4 plus 3 7. Okay, namely then a path of length 6 to Z, namely ADE and Z. ADE and Z. So see here, AD 2, DE3 and EZ1 means 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 1 6. Okay. So consequently Z is the next closest vertex to A, obviously, because 6 is less than 7 and the length of the shortest path to Z is 6. Understood? So this example illustrates the general principles used in the Dijkstra's algorithm. Okay, we are not using the Dijkstra algorithm in this example. We are using, or we are saying that how this algorithm works. Okay, so general principles, what principles are used in the Dijkstra's algorithm. So we have saw all these principles, and a shortest path from A to Z could have been found by the inspection only. You can see by this graph only. By looking at that graph, we can see that, or we can say that the shortest path between A to Z is 6. So why we require the Dijkstra algorithm? Obviously, why there is a necessary to use the Dijkstra algorithm and find out the shortest path? Because the inspection is impractical. Okay, inspection is impractical for both humans and computers for the graphs with the large number of the edges. Here we see the graph that is the vertices, only 6 or 7 vertices are there. So we can say that this is the minimum, this is the shortest, or this is the longest path, because vertices are minimum. Suppose there is a large number of the vertices are there, means 1,000 lakh vertices there. How we can find out that shortest path between the vertices? So at that time, such Dijkstra algorithm can be helpful or can be useful to find out the shortest path. Okay, so now let's see one example which are solved by using this Dijkstra algorithm. Okay, let's see here one example of the Dijkstra algorithm. how we can solve this problem by using the Dijkstra algorithm, means shortest path problem. So this problem is also called as a single source shortest path problem. Means you are supposed to find out a shortest path from a single source to all the other vertices in the graph. So see here in this example, this is a simple weighted graph because each and every edge having the weights. Okay, so here in this example I have chosen the 0 vertex as a source vertex, and from this vertex we have to find out the shortest path from remaining vertices, all the other vertices in the graph. So see here, the first step is mention the distances of all the vertices from this source vertex. Okay, so we don't know the actually in the first step we don't know the distances of the vertices. So mention all the distances: infinity, 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 infinity. So all the vertices having the distances infinity because we don't know the distances. Okay, then let's start from the vertex 0. Okay, so let's check this vertex. From this source vertex, how many vertices are the directly connected? Okay, from this vertex 0. So this vertex 0 I have selected as the source vertex. So from this source vertex, how many vertices are the directly connected? 1 and the 4. So to find or to calculate the distances of these two vertices, so let's see here one formula. Okay, so how we can calculate the distances of this directly connected vertices from the source vertex. Now let's see here the formula: distance of u plus cost of u to v, distance of v. So see here, distance of u means this source. Okay, and v means here u and v. This is 1. So this is u and this is v. So distance of source from source is 0. Okay, so distance of u is 0. Then plus cost of u to v. U to v is cost of u to v is h 4. So this is, and distance of v is, so this time v is 1. So distance of v is infinity. Okay, so 0 plus 4 is 4 and this is infinity. So if we can say that if distance of u plus cost of u to v is less than distance of u, then we can update this to 4. Understood? So here the distance of vertex 1 is infinity, we can change it to 4. Okay, if the distance of u plus cost of u to v is less than distance of u v, then and then only you can update this distance to that shortest distance. Understood? Here 4 is lesser than infinity, so we can update here the vertex 1 to 4. Okay, now let's check the another vertex, vertex 4, which is directly connected to 0. So here again use this formula: distance of u 0 plus cost of u to v is 8. Okay, plus 8, and distance of u to v is, now this time this is v, u to v is infinity, so 8 is less than infinity, then update this infinity to 8. Okay, so likewise we can find out the shortest path distances from all source vertex to all the other vertices. Now the 0 vertex is visited. Now leave it. 0 vertex is visited because the directly connected vertices we found the distances like 4 and 8. Now let's check out all the nodes having the shortest distance. Okay, let's check out. Vertex 1 is 4, vertex 4 having the distance 8, and all the remaining vertices having the distances infinity. So which one is the shortest? 4 is shortest. Now choose this vertex as a source vertex. Okay, 1. Then how many vertices are directly connected from the vertex 1 to all the other vertices? From vertex 1, 0 is connected, 4 and 2. So these distances we can update. But from vertex 1 to 0, it is 0 vertex is already visited. So leave it. Okay. So check the remaining distances from 1 to 2. Okay. From 1 to 2. Now distance of u. Now this time this is u and this is v. So what is the distance of u? Distance of u is 4 plus cost of u to v is 8, and which is distance of v is infinity. So here 4 plus 8 is 12 less than infinity. So we can update this from infinity to 12 here. Understood? Likewise, check here from u to from this one is 1 to 4. Again from u to, now this time this is u and this is v. Distance of u is 4 plus cost of u to v is 11, and here our distance of v is 8, which is changed to 8. Okay, so 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 is not less than 8. Okay, which is not less than 8. So we can't update this 8 distance to 15. Understood? Because we want the problem is the shortest path problem. So we want the minimum distances. So here we got the 15. So we don't want this, which is already 8 here. Leave it as it is. Understood? So this is the this is done with the vertex 1. Now check the remaining vertices, which vertex having the shortest distance. Let's check here. 8, 12, infinity, infinity, infinity. Which one is the shortest? 4 vertex having the distance 8. Now choose this as a source vertex. Let's check out which distances we can update. This one, this one, this one and this one. But from 4 to 1 and 4 to 0 we can't update. We will not change because these vertices are already selected or already visited. Okay, so what are the remaining? 8 and 3. Let's check out. Now this time this is u and this is v. Distance of u is 8. Okay, then cost of u to v is 7, which is the minimum 15. Okay, 15 is less than infinity, then definitely we can update it to 15. Check out from 4 to 3. Cost of 4 is, sorry, distance of u is, now this time this is u and this is v. Distance of u is 8 plus cost of u to v is 1, which is less than infinity, means 9 is less than infinity, and so we can update this to 9 here. Understood? Now leave these vertices 0, 1 and 4. Let's check out which node remaining vertices having the shortest distance. 12, 15, 9 and infinity, infinity. Which one is the shortest? 3. Obviously 3 is the shortest, so select it as a source vertex now. Now let's check out which distances we can update. 6, 8, 4. Okay, so 4 we will not update because this is already selected. Let's check out from 3 to 6. Now this time this is u and this is v. What is the distance of u? Distance of u is 9 plus cost of u to v is 2. What is the distance? 11. 11 is less than infinity, so we can update this to 11. Check out from 3 to 8. Distance of u is 9 plus cost of u to v means 6, which is less than 15. So 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 less than 15, so there is no need to change because the values are same, so leave it as it is 15. Then check out the remaining vertices which node having the shortest distance. Okay, so here 12, 15 and infinity 11. Okay, 12, 15, 11 and infinity. Which one is the shortest? 11. So choose this as a source vertex. Now from this vertex, which distances we can update? See here, 6 to 7, 6 to 3, 6 to 2 and 6 to 3. From 6 to 3 we can't update, or we will not update, because this vertex is already selected. Now let's check out for 6 to 7. Similarly, distance of u is 11 plus from cost from u to v is, this time this is u and this is v. Cost of from u to v is 10, which is less than infinity, means 21 is less than infinity. So update infinity to 21. Okay, from 6 to 2. See here, distance of u, this is u and this is now v. Distance of u is 11. 11 plus cost of u to v is 4. So here 11 plus 4 is 15. So 15 is not less than 12. So we can't update this 12. Okay, because we want the shortest distance, so leave it as it is. Now from 6 to 3, distance of u is 11. 11 cost of u to v, this time this is u and this is v. Cost of u from u to v is 14. So 11 plus 20, 14, 25. So update this to 25. Understood? Now let's check out the remaining vertices. Which one is the shortest? Which vertex having the shortest distance? See here, 15, 12, 25 and 21. Which one is the shortest? 12. Now choose this vertex as the source vertex 2. Let's check out which distances we can update. So this one, this one, this one we can update. So this one we will not update because this vertex is already selected. Now let's check out from this to this, 2 to 8. So this time this is u and this is v. So distance of u is 12 and cost of u to v is 2. 14. 12 plus 2 is equal to 14. So 14 is less than 15. So we update this from 15 to 14. Understood? This is because we want the shortest distance, so this will update to value 14. Okay, from 2 to 3. So 2 to 6 we can't update because the 6 is already visited. 2 to 3. Distance of u, this at this time this is u and this is v. Distance of u is 12 and cost of u to v is 7. 12 plus 7 is 19. Okay, so 19 is less than 25, so update this to 19. Understood? Now let's check out from the remaining vertices which vertex having the shortest distance. 14, 19 and 21. So which one is the shortest? 14 is the shortest. Now choose this as the source vertex. Now let's check out from this vertex which distances we can update. So see here, this vertex, this distance, this we can update, but there is no need to update because all these vertices are already visited or already selected. So leave it as it is. Now let's check out from the remaining vertices which vertex having the shortest distance. See here, 19 and 21. Which one is the shortest? 19 is the shortest. Then select it as the source vertex. Now let's check out which vertex or which distances we can update. From 3 to 6, 3 to 2. So there is no need to change because 2 and 6 are already visited or selected. Remaining is the 7 from 3 to 7. So this time this is u and this is v. So distance of u is 90 and cost of u to v is 9. So 19 plus 9 is 28. Okay, 28. So 28 is not less than 21. So we will not update this value to 28. So already 7 vertex having the distance 21. So leave it as it is. So which one is remaining? 7 is remaining. So choose this as the source vertex. Now let's check out which distances we can update. So there is no need to update because all the vertices directly connected edges are already selected. Understood? So this is the working principle of the Dijkstra algorithm. Okay. So from this, after solving this example, we can say that what is the shortest distance from source vertex to remaining vertices. So for example, suppose we want to know that from source vertex to the vertex 3, what is the shortest distance? Shortest distance is 19. What is the shortest distance from 0 to 7? 21. What is the shortest distance from 0 to 6? 11. From 0 to 3? 9. 0 to 4? 8. 0 to 1? 4. 0 to 2? 12. Okay. So this is the working principle of the Dijkstra algorithm. So you can take out the simple example of this graph and you try your own also. Okay. Thank you.